guys, this is your Breeze and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video will be me showing you guys how I transformed a damaged full lace wig into this beautiful lace frontal unit. Now, the original full lace wig was shedding. The shedding became real dramatic. Like, I couldn't do this without a handful of hair in my hand. Like, it was shedding OD. So instead of me getting rid of the entire wig, I decided to just go ahead to the beauty supply, buy a couple bundles, and we're gonna make this into a lace frontal unit. So if you want to see how I went from drab to fab, keep watching.
Now just look at the madness. You could see straight through this damn wig. I was out here looking real crazy in the streets, like straight through the wig. But anyway, you can see that the rest of the wig is pretty much intact. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the mannequin head, loose these braids out, and start this whole process. Now I look at the back of my wig. I was living so foul in these streets. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up those adjustable straps. That way the wig is perfectly loose. Nothing is holding it too tight in any places. So that when I cut it, it's the perfect cut. So basically, I'm gonna section the unit from ear to ear so that I can separate the part that I am keeping from the part that I'm not gonna keep. I'm just gonna use some butterfly clips to separate the hairs from each other. So now I basically have everything sectioned off neatly and away from each other. I'm gonna go ahead and use a butterfly clip, and now I'm gonna grab my trusty scissors and I'm gonna cut from ear to ear. Basically, there's no lines marked out. I'm just gonna use my judgment and cut the lace. I mean, I cut off a good bit of that wig. I'm just gonna use my measuring tape just to see how much parting space I gave myself. And would you look at that, I have a 13x7 parting space. This is the cap that I'm going to be using to construct my unit. This is the mesh dome cap. I prefer to use the mesh dome cap over the regular dome cap just because when I'm washing it, it dries quicker. And you know, it allows a little bit more breeze into the scalp. You know, you want your hair to breathe and stuff. So I'm basically just showing you the construction of the cap. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this cap to my dome head and basically pin it in place. So I'm adjusting it so everything fits where it's supposed to be for my head. This dome head is 21 inches in circumference. I have a tiny head, so yeah, this is like, it's a perfect fit every time. So now that I finished pinning down the back of the dome cap, it's time for me to pin the frontal in place so I can stitch it down. Now this is a frontal that has already been cut to fit me, so I'm not going to pull it over the dome cap too much because I don't want my unit to be too big for me. So I pin one in the middle of the front, the middle of the back, then I pin both the sides in the front and both sides in the back. To hold everything in place, I'm using Tpins. You can find Tpins and the dome head on Amazon. So I'm going to start sewing from the middle and go to the left and then come back to the middle and then go to the right. I'm sorry guys, I'm apologizing for my little janky ass mannequin stand. Like, this is one of the cheap ones that I got from Amazon, replacing one of the good ones when I should have just bought a next good one to begin with. So the head doesn't stay in place. I gotta keep fighting with it. It's just too much. But hey guys, I had to make it do just so I could get this video out for you guys. Alright, so boom, the frontal is down. Now it's time to install these bundles. I bought 3 bundles from my local beauty supply, 613, 24 inches. I did tone the bundles, but I think I picked up the wrong level developer again. So it's giving me like a sage green type of vibe. But after a couple washes, it will match perfectly with the frontal. So I'm pinning the track basically where I want to have it sewn. You know, and I'm going from left to right, or right to left. Yeah, my right, your left. Sorry. When I start sewing down my tracks, I like to go through the weft initially, just so I can make sure it's secure onto the cap. After that first stitch, I basically sew under the weft. So I'm going to continue this process from right to left, until I finish the first bundle. Then I'll proceed to the second bundle and the third bundle. So now we're on to the second bundle, and I'm basically going to be doing what I did on the previous bundle. I'm going to pin the track in place, and my first initial stitch is going to go through the weft, and then every other stitch is going to go under the weft. It's a pretty repetitive process when making a frontal wig. You basically just going from left to right or from right to left, depending on which hand you dominantly use. So I ended up having to use some of the third bundle to complete the unit. I honestly should have used the blonde thread or even brown thread because the black is kind of harsh, but hey, it don't really matter at this point. When I do frontal wigs, I like to do like one final track that blends the bundles to the frontal, so that way it doesn't have any like bumps or lumps. So I'm gonna measure again from right to left just to make sure, not even measure, I'm gonna pin it in place actually, and then sew from right to left and cut off what I don't need. Alright, so boom. The hardest part is over, the sewing. Now it's time to remove all these T-pins, butterfly clips, and get ready to cut the cap off. Oh shit, I forgot. Forgot these two back here, no boom. So that's the inside of the wig, and basically to cut off the extra cap, you just want to peel the frontal back and you want to cut it towards you so you can see what you're actually cutting. You want to get as close as possible, but not as close to the thread because you don't want to like make it come apart or anything. After I cut the cap off, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, condition it, dry it off camera, and I'll be right back. This is the final product after it's been washed, conditioned, flat ironed, the whole nine. I need to come up with a name for this one. I usually name my units, but I don't have a name for this blonde one just as yet. Alright, we're gonna get right into this little mini installation video. I'm using 99% alcohol, and I'm just gonna clean my hairline from the makeup so that, you know, the wig stays in place. To stick my wig today, I'm using Got To Be Free spray. I'm just gonna spray it on my hairline. I normally use like lace glue such as like Bold Hold or Ghost Bond or whatever, but this is just for the purpose of the video, so I'm gonna use the Got To Be spray. Make sure I get those little air tabs down, spray a little bit more spray if it's necessary. I'm gonna get my trusty dusty head tie from Kendra Boutique and tie down the front so it stays in place. After I do that, I'm gonna grab the blow dryer and blow dry it just for a little bit so, you know what I mean, it's secure and all of that. I normally have the dryer on like medium heat to high. It doesn't really have to be that hot. You can even use it on cool if you want to. Alright, now time to peel off this headband for the grand reveal. Let me see how we're looking. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna go in with my powder brush, and just, you know, like brush up close to the hairline, especially where I like wipe the makeup off. I don't want to look like crazy in the street, you know what I mean? You know, brush it out just a little bit, smooth it out. I mean, how it look into the eye? Tell me, what do you think? That's the back view, very smooth, very silky. This is the final look. I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell.